Hey everybody, AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Crusader Kings 2 a Game of Thrones Let's Play. So, in the last episode, right at the end, Lord Rickard Karstark decided to declare rebellion against Lord Paramount Benjen Stark of the North. And so, we are caught in an interesting spot in between because we are reluctantly a vassal of the Karstarks, and therefore sort of lumped into this war whether we like it or not. I would really like to fight my way out from under the Karstarks, but I just don't know how we can pull it off right now. We just don't have the strength, and we don't have the money to hire strength from somebody else. So we're going to have to just kind of wait and see how this situation plays out. I hate being a sort of like a bystander in these situations, but there's not a whole lot we can do this early in the game. Also, you guys asked that I start using the Realm map mode. I hadn't been using it because when we're at peace, the north is just all white, so there's really not much to look at, and I find the terrain map at least a little bit more interesting. But now that we do have a war going on, I will go back to the Realm map mode for a little bit, and then if things calm down and everything gets united again, we'll jump back. So I'll try to keep whatever map is most appealing and informative up for that given time. So before we get too deep into the gameplay today, just want to remind you guys to hit that like button if you want to see more Crusader Kings 2, or just more, I don't know, more videos in general. And then don't forget to subscribe as well. It's the best way to help the channel grow, and it's also the best way to follow along with this series or any other series on the channel that you might enjoy. So let's get the clock rolling here. Hopefully the Starks don't come like curb stomp us. We didn't really do anything here, but they will get war score from conquering us, so that's something that we need to watch out for. I don't want to do that. I really don't want to abolish the monarchy and turn us into a republic. And even if he accepted, like, I don't really want that, and if he declined, we couldn't do anything about it. He would just beat the crap out of us. So, yeah. Waiting and seeing. I honestly don't know where the Stark army is. They could be very far away. If I had more men, I'd consider making a move on, like, Karhold, but our army's not very big. We've got 1,100. They're at probably about that, so we'd have just enough to siege it, and if we lost any men at all, we would go bye-bye. So he's now Rickard Karstark the Arrogant. That's very fitting. Very fitting. Apparently the Boltons joined him. It didn't say that they did, but clearly they have. So they're at war. Lord Roos the Leech Lord. Wow, that's an interesting name. Ramsay Snow. It doesn't really look like Ramsay to me, although I think he's described differently in the books. Also, I don't love the banner that they chose for the Boltons. I really don't like it at all, actually. Let's see. He wants me to reward Lambard Lightfoot, my spy master, with 2.5 gold. That's like all I've got. He better keep up the good work then. Now, what other intrigue options do we have in the meantime? We can... I don't care about any of this. Kill people, kidnap people, fabricate claims on the High Lordship of Karhold. That's an interesting choice. We don't have the option to do that, and honestly I don't really want to overthrow him. I just want to not be a vassal of his. I would rather be a direct vassal of the Starks, because then at least I'm like a lord in my own right. Right now I'm just like a, I don't even know, like a lesser lord. That's lame. I mean, at least we do have the title of lord, but yeah, I don't know, I don't like it. I'll have to find a way out of here. What kind of upgrades do we have here? Not a whole lot. Everything's like tier 1. Barely have any technology though. Oh wow, no technological advancement in this world, so I guess we're stuck with what we got. Oh, there's the Starks. Whew. Yeah, I don't want to mess with them. 12,000 men rolling up on the Karstarks. That'll put an end to the war pretty quick. So they're crushed. Where are you heading now? Why don't you just take that back? I wonder, can I declare war on whoever I want? Apparently I can. I just need some sort of claim. Awesome, so what is he now? He's a trained fighter, perfect. Shaping up to be even better. That's really cool. If only his brother was doing as well. Unfortunately, Robert's not quite as good. Let's see here. Yeah, he's only a year behind and nowhere near the same caliber. I mean, granted, being quick is a huge boost to whatever the character's stats are going to be. Are you sieging me? Don't siege me. Oh, man. Oh, wow, the Starks almost lost to the Boltons right there. Figures that the Boltons would be part of this, though. That's just so like them to stick their nose in this. Huh. Let's see. Oh man, I lose prestige. I hate losing prestige. I'm gonna leave this faction. Overthrow monarchy, yeah. I don't want to overthrow monarchy. I want to start a faction. Liege Loyalists. Yeah, let's start that faction. So what does this do? What? No. Screw that. None of these are any good. Where's the, like, independence faction? I know that's a thing because we've seen it. We've seen it several times in Elder Kings. Maybe I can buddy up with this guy. He's not particularly fond of me, but we can maybe work something out. What's the range of marriage between someone from your thing and someone from my thing? You got all men. Okay, that's gonna make this difficult. Do you have any children? Wow, you just got old, didn't you? He just gained weight and, like, got really old. Oh, wife's pregnant. Interesting. Oh, he's a Karstark as well. His heir is Cregan Karstark. Oh, he didn't change. He just changed his headgear so he looked different. You do have a wife already. What happened to you? Died of infection. Ah, god damn it. We need a new priest. Porther, how do you feel about priesting? Well, you're not very good at anything, so it's better than nothing at all. Man, if only I could take advantage of this situation. I'm just so weak. I'm literally the weakest, like, settlement in this area. I mean, they're pretty close. Well, yeah, they are stronger than me. So, yeah, definitely the weakest. They're stronger. The Dreadfort's way stronger. High Point, yeah. Everybody's got me beat, except for Ethering, apparently, but that's held by Roose Bolton, so you can't really attack that without attacking the Dreadfort. Yeah, I know that. I was the one that did it. Can I close this now? Come on. Whew. Thought the game was going to crash there for a second. The Starks might lose that. No, they're not going to lose that. Okay. Well, that's not a very good war score. So we'll see what happens here. I imagine they're just going to throw him out and put his son in charge, which is unfortunate because it doesn't really advance my standing anywhere. We've got a homosexual noble in Karhold. Let's blackmail him. Why not? So Harry and Karstark. Let's see. Can we arrange a marriage between you and somebody? How about her? No, not going to happen. We had a daughter. Sure. Daisy. I don't know how to pronounce that, but that's what we're going with. We need a new ambition since we had a daughter. Okay, so the war's over. We'll get to that in a second. What's our other options? Has more children than 5. We're at 4. Honestly, I think I'd rather... 250 is a long way off. Become regent. Huh. Become a higher lord. That's something I'd like to do. No, if we choose that, we get locked into it. Let's adopt a lifestyle. That might be a good idea. So, war's over. Map's back to all white. So I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the terrain map. And we're going to get back to scheming. Let's see. He's been imprisoned by Benjen. And of course he lost. Unmarried heir. Yeah, I know that. Let's arrange a marriage with somebody. She's apparently the best. Jane Wainwood from the Vale. Would result in non-aggression pact with Lady Anya of Iron Oaks. What are these? Holds a claim to titles. I want to find somebody who is a little bit more specific. So we're going to search the realm, I guess, for a female, preferably not in prison, definitely not married. Don't really care if it's a ruler or not. My religion, and preferably my culture. We'll do my cultural group, and not an adult, because he's fairly young. We want to find somebody fairly young for him. And yes, great house. So we've got Alicent Ashwood. Wow, there's really not a whole lot of great choices here. Belena Little. She's actually got pretty good stats for a 7-year-old. Let's see, she's a poor fighter. She's tempting. I might choose her. But I don't know anything about House Little. She's attractive, family person, proud, diligent. She's not bad. Her stats just aren't very good for being 12 years old. Like the 7-year-old is almost, well, not almost as good, but pretty close. And given that she's got 5 more years to gain new traits that could potentially, you know, make a huge difference. She does have good traits though. She just doesn't really have enough to kind of put her over the edge. Let's see. We've got an 11-year-old who's fashionable, diligent, authoritative, and temperate. Oh, she's actually a courtier of mine. Huh. Maybe we'll marry her to our second son. I think for our first son, we're going to go with Catherine from Flintsfinger. Just because, I mean, she's the same age, she's got good traits. It seems like a good match. Damn it. Okay, arrange a betrothal between her and Rook. No. Prefer a matrilineal marriage? Of course you would prefer that. That doesn't mean I'm going to give it to you. Alright, what do I got to do? How much money can I throw at you to make this happen? I'm going to do it. Unfortunately, it's going to like bankrupt me, but I'm going to do that, and then we're going to retry this. Now that he likes me a little bit more, I'm hoping we can make it happen. No. I don't understand. Like, you have a son. What's the hang up here? Whatever. Can you bookmark characters? That would be an awesome option to have. No. So you guys will just have to kind of help me remember her. So Catherine Hayes is somebody that I'd like to look at. But the other option is going to be Belena Little. So let's arrange a marriage with... Oops. Sorry, a betrothal. What am I doing? There we go. With Rook. And still no. What's with all these people in matrilineal marriages? I don't understand. Like, obviously everybody would prefer one of those, but that's not like a realistic expectation to have. Nobody would do that. Especially with their firstborn son. Like, that's just insane. Screw it. Let's go look at Roberd, and where did that courtier of mine go? There she is. So we're going to arrange a betrothal between you and Roberd. And does he lose anything? No. Can I close that? Whoops. House Lightfoot, which I think is the original Lords of Weeping Bay. So we'll do that betrothal again. Roberd. Hopefully he doesn't lose any prestige there. I don't think he will. And we'll finally get that clock rolling again. Okay. So, at least one of our sons is betrothed. Unfortunately, Rook's going to have a hell of a time because nobody seems willing to accept a marriage right now. Winter is coming. That's a bit worrisome. So would they even accept if I chose her? Why does it keep doing that? Rook. They would accept that. Okay. Let's see. Rook would gain 17 prestige from marrying into House Waynwood and 100 from marrying the relative of a lady. That seems like it's going to be our best option then. So Rickard the Arrogant has been released from the dungeon. I don't really know anything about that. And I am Master at Arms for Harry and Karstark. Have approved the institution of the small feudal taxes law. Does that mean I have to pay them taxes now? I'm gonna be pissed. I don't want to make that decision yet. We'll wait until he's... Nice. We'll wait until he's a little bit older, I think. Has founded the Lord Arnulf for Karhold faction. I'll get on board with that. If you give me my independence. Huh. Incite revolt. That's what we did last time, and it actually worked out. I don't know if that was necessarily our doing, but he did end up revolting, so... Depose Lord Protector John. Faction led by Lord Paramount Mace of the Reach has disbanded. So it's Mace Tyrell, I assume. Yep. Important decisions are available. Like what? Hold a feast, hold a melee. That costs money though, and I don't have that kind of money. Like, that's all my money. And it took me months to get that. Let's see. Pretenders make me nervous. We'll have to see if we can send some of them to the wall. Cool, so we'll send a letter to him. He might reward us in some way. Still have that unmarried heir. Patient, temperate. His stats are just so good except for the rude one, and I tried so hard to get rid of it. Okay, so some stuff's happening down south. Let's see. Okay. So what exactly just happened here? So you just took over Karhold, apparently. Lord Protector John has acquired a new bannerman, it seems, for he has agreed to give refuge to House Hollard, who were previously landless and exiled. Dantos Hollard, the head of the house, has been named Lord of Griffin's Roost, swearing eternal fealty to House Connington. Okay, so apparently he didn't give up the thing. Oh, man. Whatever. So what happened in King's Landing? Because there's all kinds of stuff going on right now. King's Landing is held by Lord John Connington the Ambitious, who is Lord Paramount of the Iron Throne. There's like so much weird stuff happening down here. Let's look at the... So what? Kingdom of the Iron Throne. Something interesting happened down here. Unfortunately, we missed it because of that rebellion. But it would appear that the Reach is no more. The Stormlands is more or less no more. The Riverlands are somewhat intact. And did the Mountain Clans really take over all of the Vale? Apparently they did. So the Mountain Clans are ruling over the entire Vale. And the Ironborn are completely subservient to the Iron Throne. So there's a lot of stuff happening. Yeah, apparently we are too. Okay. So now how many lords are above me now? Quite a few. So we answered to the Karstarks, who answered to the Starks, who answered to the Conningtons. Fantastic. I was trying to work my way out from under lords, and somehow I got buried even deeper. They keep ramping up my taxes. What's going on here? Apparently, like, you're not even... Something just happened again. So his liege is Arnulf. Why? You're such a pansy, dude. You just back down to somebody who has like half the army you do, maybe even less. What kind of factions can I form? Eddard for Karhold. Who's that? Eddard Karstark, Torrin Karstark. I don't care about any of these guys. I'm going to depose Arnulf. Actually, you know what? I'll join that faction. I'd rather be under Harrion than Arnulf. Can I actually rebel against him? Like, what happens if I do that? Because I have enough men to beat him. I mean, it really depends on how he plays it, but we could potentially fight our way out from under that. So, has agreed to become a vassal of Lord Paramount Benjen. Interesting. Anywho, we're out of time, so I'm going to go ahead and break off the episode here. You guys will have to let me know what you think we should do. Now that he is Lord of Karhold, I believe. Let's see who... Yeah. So now that Arnulf is the Lord of Karhold, we do have the possibility of being able to fight our way out from under this, assuming that Harrion doesn't get involved, which I don't know that he will. He doesn't really have the men to do it at the moment. So I think this is a good opportunity to strike. You guys will have to let me know whether you agree or not, but I will make a decision in the next episode. For now, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Crusader Kings 2 with you guys, and I really, really look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.